Probably about this time yesterday. It's what 1:52 in the morning, Thursday. Probably around this time yesterday morning, I was on Twitter and saw the video for the first time of what happened in Baton Rouge yesterday, or was it Tuesday? So I saw it on Wednesday morning. So I guess it happened Tuesday, and saw the video that happened involving the police officers shooting the young man Alton at point blank range in cold blood. Very, very, very unfortunate event that happened. And, of course, don't know them personally, but always want to offer condolences and prayers to his family and loved ones and friends. Anytime you mention somebody in a situation like that, you always want to do that. So I want to make sure that I do that. I work with kids at the YMCA, and I work with majority black kids and Hispanic kids and some white kids sprinkled here and there, but really kids of color. Me and my kids at work, we have real talk because these days in 2016, you can't sugarcoat anything for kids because they're very smart and very keen. They know what's going on. I mean, that's not how I was raised. My parents didn't sugarcoat anything to me and my brother. My parents from the deep south. They're from Mississippi. And they grew up in the 50s and 60s and 70s in Mississippi, where the Confederate flag is a state flag, or was a state flag, and so they didn't sugarcoat anything for us. So me and my kids, we have real talk, and I tell them about their behavior because, like I mentioned, where if you don't act right, they'll put you in a place where they'll make you act right. And it seems like in 2016, even if you do act right, the people who are in charge will still take you out, which is very scary. And so seeing this video and then going to work with kids all day who I can relate to, who I'm the closest to them in age, and so I'm very relatable to them, maybe even more so than their parents. Being around them all day after seeing this video during this event happening, it really was on my mind and really caused me to think about my job. I take this job and come to the job to be a positive influence on kids' lives. And so really what I say and don't say and do or don't do can really have a heavy influence on them. So seeing this video and then going to work with kids all day, the combination of the two really was on my mind and really making both situations relatable because these children grow up, and nowadays they don't even have to grow up for them to be taken out by people in authority. So being at work with kids all day, watching this video go viral, and everybody talking about it all day, and the combination of the two really started to send my mind in motion to think deeper into the situation, because it's really, really becoming irritating to see and turn on the TV or open up your social media app and see another African American person getting gunned down at point blank range, unarmed, by a white officer. It's really getting irritating to see that. And this evening, when I got home, and the videos going on and going on, everybody's tweeting about it, talking about it, posting about it, reposting the video, and everybody's talking about it all day. And rightfully so, because awareness needs to be brought to this issue. And I'm a thinker. I think outside the box, and really I question, there is no box. What box? So I'm a thinker. I'm a deep thinker. Sometimes I may overthink, overanalyze, but I'm a thinker. And one thing I thought about was, I'm a part of a Greek organization. I'm Alpha. And I have many Greek friends of different organizations from different schools across the country. And one thing I thought in my thinking and thinking deeper into the situation, we need help. We can't just do it ourselves. You know, we protest, we march, we speak, we tweet, we talk about it, we debate about it, we hashtag about it. Right on. All that's important, all that's good. That gets us from point A to point B. But we need to get from point A to point B to point C and beyond, because we need for change to happen. And in me thinking about who can help us, especially as young people who don't have that many resources, or who can only tweet about it and talk about it or post about it, who can help us get from point A to point B, and then from point B and C and beyond. And me being a part of a Greek organization, I thought about, what are our Greek organizations doing to help change the circumstance in our communities as Black people, people of color, and just people in general. Like, our Greek organizations nationally need to step up, speak up, and need to try to help change what's going on. And I tweeted that, something similar to that. And the more I thought about that idea, the more it kind of just resonated on my mind. Like, no, but for real, what are our Greek organizations doing? Because no matter, it's 9 of us. It's 9 Black Greek letter organizations, male and female. And no matter when we're founded, no matter none of that, from the first one to the last one, everyone in between, we're all different, but in many ways, we're all the same. That Greeks may not want to admit that to you all, but we're all different, but in many ways, we're all the same. And we all pretty much have the same foundation and the same basis that our founders founded our organizations upon, which is basically to help the man next to you, help the community, and it's bigger than you. It's not just about you. So as I'm thinking about who can help us, I'm thinking to myself, no, there's 9 Black organizations that were founded to fight social injustice, racial tension, and to help promote change within the Black community. There's 9 organizations, Black organizations, that were founded to do that. And they are our Black Greek letter organizations. For those who don't know, Alpha, aka Delta, Omega Psi Phi, Kappa Alpha Psi, Zeta Phi Beta, Phi Beta Sigma, Alpha Phi Theta. We were all founded to fight social injustice, racial tension, and to help promote positive change within the Black community. We couldn't get in theirs because they won't let us in theirs, so we made our own. We made our own to help us advance. And even in our advancement, we still included everybody who may not look like us. Cool. But why are our Greek organizations, why are we not doing anything? What are we doing? Now, what are we doing? On a national level, we're all different, like I said, but we're all the same in many instances. And one thing that we're all the same in, that we all share, always have and always will, we all share one thing, is that we all have 3 letters at the end of our names. INC, Incorporated. We're all businesses, multi-billion international business, because we have chapters in other countries. So we're multi-million and multi-billion dollar businesses. A lot of money, a lot of influence. 2 things you need to really promote and cause change in America is money and influence / power. kind of same thing. So there are, outside of the NAACP, the National Urban League, off the top of my head, I really can't think of too many more. But I know outside of NAACP, the National Urban League, there are 9 black organizations that were made specifically to fight against racial tension, social injustice for black people, people of color, and for people, period. So these things are happening. Black people are getting treated by the police the wrong way. They're getting shot in cold blood. No punishments coming to the people who do the wrong. The officers keep their jobs. They go home. But there's still somebody, family member that's passed away. So how come the organizations that we had, that we're a part of, and that were founded to combat these type of issues, are not doing anything? Because I guarantee you, if the president of my organization, if the Alpha president sent out an email, a mass email to everybody in the morning and said, brothers, this is what we're going to do. Here's the initiative. Here's the plan. Here's how we're going to implement it. This is when it's going to happen. I guarantee you it'll happen. And I guarantee you every Alpha will be behind it. Guarantee you. If he said, brothers, this is what we're going to do. All the cities that have been affected directly by these issues, by police brutality, in Missouri, where Mike Brown was, and where Trayvon Martin was, and now in Baton Rouge, where Alton was, we're gonna go to those cities directly, because it's happened there firsthand. We're gonna talk to the community. We're gonna talk to people. We're gonna talk to the people in the community. We're gonna talk to the law enforcement. We're gonna talk to the government officials in that community. We're going to implement a program and an initiative, a national program and an initiative to educate and properly train and communicate effectively with the government officials and the police officers so they can be well equipped and informed and educated on how to operate in this community. We're going to talk to the people in the community. What's going on? What's happening? What needs to change? What would you like to see? What would you like to see different? And educate them and give them the resources to help them work well with law enforcement agents in the community. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to start at the cities that it's affected firsthand. All the names that we know, we're going to go to those cities first and set up shop there. And then we're going to spread out and move around. I guarantee you, if the Alpha president or any president of any other organization sent that email, that mass email that we be getting, sent that out today, I guarantee you it will happen. And can you imagine the kind of change that would happen like that? It'd be like instantaneous. I don't see a way that we could lose, because like I said, all 9 of us, we hold a lot of members. And just in America, we hold a lot of members. So just imagine if each president of each organization created and sent out an initiative for that to happen. How quickly we will respond and how quickly change will happen. We'll be on the news. We'll be on the news. Or members of such and such organization are gathering at City Hall to talk about police brutality in this city. And they're getting together with law enforcement agents of this community to create an initiative and a program to try to help combat the problem that seems to be reoccurring with police officers mistreating people of color. That's why our organizations were founded. So if that's why our orgs were founded, then how come we're not doing what we were founded for? Because see, back then, in 06, 08, 11, 14, 22, 20, 63, those were like key points of time in history. The turn of the century. In 1906 and 08, we just leaving slavery. 1920, that in 22, that's Great Depression, women's suffrage, women's rights. Even 63, that's civil rights. That's like right in the heat of the battle of civil rights. So we were all created at and founded at key points in history where our organizations back then, we just weren't partying and pledging like we love to do now. We were really out in the streets putting in work because we really had to, because our lives literally were at stake. But see, now in 2016, it seems like our lives are at stake now. So, if that's the case, that's what it seems like, where are our Greek organizations? National headquarters, where are we? What are you doing? Why are you not doing anything? Like, what's the answer? Because it doesn't make sense. Or is it, we're so money driven and money hungry? Or, we're in our nice little office with our suits and ties and our nice little, business suits and our nice cars. We work at headquarters, so, we feel like, they ain't got nothing to do with us. Or what's the problem? We scared. We don't want to end business relationships. We don't want to step on anybody's toes. We don't want to offend our white friends or our white counterparts that we may have partnerships with. So we don't step in and intervene. Why not? This is why our founders founded our organizations for times like these. And it really just came to my attention tonight when I was just scrolling on Twitter, seeing the video being tweeted, seeing everybody tweet about it, seeing everybody talk about it. But the 9 organizations that were founded and created to help combat these issues are the most quiet. That's a problem. That's a problem. What we like to call an undergrad, we talk about our Greek counterparts or our frat brothers or our sisters, is a term we like to use, is that you only show up when it's time to party and pledge. That's the only time we can find you. When it's time to party and pledge. When it's time to get these papers signed, when it's time to schedule and plan this event, when it's time to pay chapter dues, when it's time to come to a chapter meeting, we can't find you. When it's time to take care of real business, we can't find you. We have to pull teeth to get you to come and show up and participate. Oh, but when it's time to make homecoming shirts or take pictures or to go to strut practice or go to a step show or plan a party or go to this event, and you're the first person there, we don't even have to call you. So that's what it looks like. It looks like national headquarters are partying and pledging, quote unquote. Because if you're not going to step in and intervene at times like these, where we need organizations that are for us, that are made by us to help us, and not just us, other people, everybody. If you're not going to intervene and do what you were made to do, then what are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you here? It does not make sense. Now see, we only want to step in when it affects a member of our organization directly, because if my memory serves me correct, Sandra Bland, God rest her soul, she was an SGRO. So when she went through what she went through and she passed away, SGROs, they did what they did, cool, rightfully so. Then, that was it. But what if the person that's affected and the victim is not Greek? Then what? Our organizations weren't founded just to help Greek people. Our organizations were founded to help everybody, Greek or non-Greek. It don't matter. So how come we're not intervening? Why are we not intervening is the question that comes to mind. It doesn't make sense. Why not? Because I guarantee you, if our organizations got behind the problem, or got in front of the problem rather, then there's so much that can be done. Because we have influence as Greek people. Being a part of a Greek organization on campus, off campus, you have an influence. Because when you're on campus, you are a student ambassador. You're a student leader. It's just like being an athlete, like being an SGA, like being Greek. You're held to a higher standard than your peers. You're not better than them or looking down on them. You're just held to a higher standard because of the position and the title that you hold. Rightfully so. So if that's the case, then you should act and move differently. You're the leaders, and then the followers. People follow your lead. So if we're supposed to be leaders on campus, then after we graduate, we're still leaders in society. Why are we not coming to aid? Why not? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because the more I think about it, the more it's like really on my mind, and I really would like an answer. I probably won't get an answer, but I really would like an answer from maybe somebody in national headquarters who can answer this question. Why are you not doing anything outside of, like I said, outside the NAACP and the National Urban League? We have 9 black organizations that were made specifically to combat social injustice and racial tension. And those 9 are doing absolutely nothing to help us out. Nothing. Now, I'm not mad, I'm not angry, I'm not criticizing. I'm really calling to action. That's really what I'm doing. I'm really calling to action. I'm asking the question, what are we doing? And then I'm asking the other question, why are we not doing it? And then probably the most important question, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? When are we going to get started? I need some help? Call me. I'm here. What's up? Like, why are we not doing anything? We have very powerful, these Greek organizations are very powerful. Very powerful. A lot of resources, a lot of finances. And one thing I do know that we also have in common, all 9 of us, we have very, very influential and very smart people and very wealthy people in high places. We all do. Because we're all smart. We're lawmakers, we're law officials, we're educators at the highest level. We're doctors at the highest level. Philanthropists, activists at the highest level. We all have these people in place in all our organizations. But we're not doing anything. Why not? Now, granted, I'm not saying that nobody has done anything or not trying to do anything or things aren't in place. What I'm saying is that if that is the case, that has not been noticeable. All I'm saying is that it needs to be more noticeable. And we can use our influence as being Greeks either in school or out of school and really promote change and withhold the morals and standards that our organizations were founded upon. It's easy. We can always put on a shirt, a Greek shirt to go to an event, but let's put on those same shirts and let's serve the community, help the community in a big way, especially during times like these. And I just really, had that thought come to mind tonight. What are the Greeks doing? What are the organizations doing that were specifically founded to fight against issues like these? What are we doing? And I guarantee you, with the influence that we have, if we move and we move together, that we can really affect change and really bring about change within our own community. Because you'll see on TV, oh, they go to Alphas protesting. Oh, they go to Deltas in front of City Hall and talking to government officials. Oh, there goes so and so. And then that helps with the generation and the young people coming behind us. So when they get to school, now you know what? I wanted to be a part of the organization because I remember when so-and-so lost their life to police brutality, and I turned on the TV and I saw your organization at City Hall talking to government officials on how to implement a program or how to change the situation. And that drew me to being interested in becoming Greek and then being more interested in becoming part of your organization. So that's why I want to be a part of your organization. Like, how can you lose with that versus somebody coming to interest me and saying, oh, I just want to be so-and-so because my dad's so-and-so. I just like the colors. Not having no real substance, no real reason, So it's really a challenge. It's a call to action, and it's a challenge to everybody, and more specifically to our people who sit and those high offices at our national headquarters that are head of our Greek organizations who love to police us, telling us what we can and can't do, and which rightfully so, cool. But also on the other side of that, let's do what we were made to do, and let's do that job as well as we do every other job, and it's really a call to action, and it's a challenge to do better, to do more. Like I said, I'm not upset or mad or none of that. It's just a call to action. Let's do it, because I guarantee you we're very influential. We have a lot of resources, and if we all come together, all 9 of us come together, and really back these issues and help support the community, we can really be the spark that could light the match of change, so to speak. And it really calls to ask yourself the question: why are you Greek? What you pledged for? Why did you become a part of the organization that you came a part of? For what? Because it's times like these where we should be coming together and working like those who came before us and really making something happen. But if we're not doing that, and those at the top not doing it, then it's really not going to trickle down. So why did you become Greek? For what? You can't say, oh, that's not my problem. It ain't nothing to do with me. Because once you become a part of whatever organization, it becomes your problem. You become a part of it, whether you can do a lot or little. So what I'm doing right now is a little. I can speak out about it, maybe bring and cause some awareness to it right now. But if God grants me the opportunity and gives me a bigger platform, more resources to do more, you can bet I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna gather everybody else who wants to come along and wants to help do more. But as for right now, this is what I can do. So we just need to do more. That's what we need to do. We need to do more. Us Greeks, we need to do more. So the initial question comes back to surface. What are you doing? Greek people, us Greeks, there's nine organizations, 9 black organizations to help. What are we doing?